Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Queen Jarmis. Thank you for joining my podcast, Heal Out Loud, where healing hurts, but we do it anyway. So today, I'm just coming to you guys with something that has been laid on my heart. A lot of times, we forget to breathe. We do, more than we want to admit. Sometimes we put ourselves in a panic. We're in an automatic frenzy. We're freaking out. Anxiety is taking over us. We have lost control of our emotions. Once we do that, we have given space for anything negative to come into our lives and create further chaos. We're not going to do that anymore. We are going to control the storms that we have in our lives by starting with ourselves and saying, hey, what can I do to make this better? What can I do to ease this pain? What can I do to allow myself to breathe, if it's only for a second? If we take the time to slow down, relax our mind, breathe, meditate, pray, and just allow nature to nurture us, we will heal ourselves a whole lot faster. It is a process, and I'm not saying that it's an easy process, but we have to gain control over our emotions. A lot of times we find ourselves in situations because someone lost their temper, correct? That someone could be you. It could be an individual that you was having a conversation with. But at the end of the day, someone lost their temper. Someone forgot to breathe. Someone forgot to fight that anxiety. Someone forgot to say, I'm stronger than this. I'm bigger than this. I'm better than this. I know better than this, so I'm going to do better than this. If you know better, you do better. That's what people say, right? Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But when you want to become the better version of yourself, you're going to put that work in. You're going to do what's required. You have to come up with a game plan and follow the necessary steps to make it. Don't worry about what it looks like on the outside. Worry about how you feel on the inside. If we take some time to heal ourselves from the inside out, trust me, our outside will look a whole lot better. I don't care about how much makeup you put on. I don't care about how many times you get your hair done. I don't care how many times you go get a haircut. You can look good on the outside, but if your inside is hurting and crying out for help and is feeling trapped, it eventually will show. You don't want to be that person. You can control who you become. You can control the outcome of what you allow to affect you and what you don't. Set boundaries and don't let anybody cross those lines, not even yourself. If you set boundaries for someone else and you expect them to respect your boundaries, you have to respect them as well. So don't put yourself in a situation where you're going to be going back on your word for yourself. If you happen to make a mistake, you fall down, you trip, whatever the case may be, get up and start all over again. That's fine. But if you are always an emotional wreck, you're never going to be in a common state to receive the messages that's coming to you, to receive the healing powers that's coming to you, to receive the people even that's being placed into your life, because you're always going to be so defensive. You're always going to be so guarded. You're always going to be so protected. And I get it. I understand. A lot of situations that we've been through cause us to be the way that we are. And it's cool. But it's not all right to stay there. Have your moment and move on. Don't get stuck in anger. Don't get stuck in your sadness. Don't get stuck in being miserable. Why get stuck there when you could be stuck in happiness? You could be stuck with peace. You could be stuck with freedom. Stop trapping yourselves. It has to start with your mind. You have to allow your mind to be free, and then everything else will follow. Ask for what you want. Call your power back. Remember who you are. Talk to God on a daily basis. Have that conversation with God. Build your rapport with God just like you would if you was building it with your staff or anyone else that you was trying to have a mutual friendship with. Have that friendship with God. Pray often. Pray daily. Meditate. Take time out for self to breathe. Take a walk. Draw. Color. Do something that is going to help you relieve some stress. Do not walk around here under all that pressure, because eventually one day you are going to explode, and it may be unexpected, and then it could also leak onto the wrong person. You can rub the wrong person, or should I say you could rub the right person the wrong way, because they may have been right there by your side the whole time, seeing you suffering, noticing that you're going down, and they was trying to help you all along, but you pushed them away. So then when you exploded, it just created more distance between you guys. We have to learn to trust ourselves. If you don't trust yourself, how do you expect anybody else to trust you? Come on. That's crazy, right? More like insane. You cannot expect someone to trust you if you can't trust yourself. Being trustworthy is one of the best things that you can do in your healing process, because you're telling yourself, your wounded self, your battered self, yourself that's in a dark place, you're telling yourself, hey, I got you. We got this. We're going to make it. This is not going to defeat us. We are stronger than this. And then yourself that's struggling but is trying to become the higher version will embrace that, because you're starting to speak kinder to yourself. You're starting to show things to yourself that you needed to see. The whole time you was thinking it was supposed to come from someone else, when it was there with you the whole entire time. Once you finally released it, you started to notice, hey, it was me. I am the gatekeeper of my happiness. I am the starting point of my healing. Once you get to that state where you know for a fact that you can heal yourself by changing how you think about yourself, by changing how you feel about yourself, by changing how you see yourself, man, you are going to be unstoppable. You're going to be undefeated, because you are already powerful. You just have put yourself in this box and wrapped chains around it. And now you're causing yourself to sink, and you're sinking into that dark space because you are afraid to walk in your light. Do not be afraid to walk in your light. Do me a favor and let it shine. But let that light shine so bright that it blinds some people. It's cool. They need it. Even people who don't know that they need help sometimes, they sit back and they realize, hey, maybe I should take that step. Be the reason why somebody else wants to come out of the darkness. Period. It's easier said than done, some people may say, but at the end of the day, it is not hard being kind and genuine. It is not hard loving somebody, because you were once in a place where you needed that. That's all you needed to bring you out of that. And guess what? Nobody showed up for you. So one day you eventually showed up for yourself. The same way you have shown up for yourself, show up for somebody who's not strong enough yet to show up for themselves. And the reason why I say this is because once you do that, guess what happens? Your light starts to rub off on them. Their darkness start to fade. They start to heal. They start to feel the power that's already within them. And then guess what? They want to help somebody else heal. Come on now. We can cause a chain reaction. We can do this. We have to break these generational curses. We have to speak life over ourselves, guys. We have to take control of this thing called life as we journey on and say, no more. I'm done. It's over. I ain't doing it no more. I just ain't doing it no more. And that's okay. One day at a time, guys. Take it one day at a time. That is the only way to get better, is if you take it one day at a time. If you are here with me on this Friday and you're worried about next week on a Wednesday, you're in the wrong place. You should be worried about what's going on this Friday, and not even necessarily worried, but more so concerned, because we want to get to a place where we're not worrying as much either. We don't want to stress and freak out. We want to be calm, content, and understand that we are confident in our healing process. We have to be the change that we want. We have to be the change that we need. It is necessary. Whether you know it or not, you don't know that you are playing a major role in somebody else's life. You are going to be a big part of someone else's healing. They will come to you and let you know that, and you're going to be taken by surprise because you want to play small. You want to not be seen. You want to not really be heard. But at the same time, guess what? Someone is listening. Someone is watching you. So lead by example, guys. One day at a time. Start small. Work your way up. You can do it. I'm telling you guys. And y'all will be so proud of yourselves once you see that you've brought yourself out of a dark space and you've shed light onto it and you've healed yourself and you've gotten to a place where you're comfortable talking about it. Yeah, help somebody else relax. Help somebody else experience that freedom. Help somebody else defeat anxiety so they are no longer afraid. Don't let fear win, guys. We're not doing that anymore. I have a poem for y'all today, and I hope that someone who needs this message actually tunes in so they can receive it today. I love y'all, and I'm going to be praying for y'all. And when I say that, that's genuine. Like, I literally pray all day, all the time. I pray for strangers. I pray for people that I don't know. I pray for myself, my family, of course, friends. I even pray for my enemies, y'all. That's how serious it is. You can pray for people without them even knowing. It's cool. Just don't forget to pray. Don't forget to be thankful. Don't forget to show gratitude. It goes a long way. And most of all, when you're dealing with your spirit, be obedient. I'm telling you. Because when you disobedient, oh man, it's rough, because you actually miss out on a lot. You do. And then sometimes you get a glimpse of it too. Just to like remind you of why you should listen. Don't ever doubt yourself. You got this. You are stronger than what you believe. You are wiser than what you know. Trust me. It is your time to walk in the shoes that you've been called to walk in, because you are not walking alone. You never were, and you never will be. Okay? Let me get to this poem for you guys. So, the title of this poem is Suffocating with Insanity. Hey, could it be? Is it true? Am I really hard to reach? Maybe it's because I can't breathe. Stay in the moment. How? When it's so easy to wander. Internal conflict without external control. Contain emotions that overflow. Is it even possible when the wet floor sign is invisible? Gasping for air once again. Tightness in my chest, lump in my throat. My mind is screaming, I cannot breathe. How is this even fair? Be here. Yeah, I hear you. Then again, I'm drifting away. It's hard to speak when you're having chest crushing pain. What do you want me to say? I'm suffocating in my own way. Taking it one day at a time. Inhale after inhale, exhale after exhale. Breathing is so easy to do when you stop smothering yourself. I'm unlearning heartaches and pain, calling my power back and learning to release trauma. The end goal is to break these curses, erase the past, and rewrite what's new. So with that, it's up to you. You choose how your story ends. You can rewrite your book if you want to, from beginning, middle, and end, chapter by chapter. You can break that thing down. You can change your story if you want to. You can't change your past. No. If so, that would be ridiculous. It'd be crazy. No one will have meaningful things to really talk about, to be honest. So you may not be able to change what was already written then, but that doesn't mean that you are not allowed to be the author of your own story. You got this. The world is waiting on you. You got something brilliant. You got something beautiful. You got something bold. You got something that takes bravery. Whoever out there that's afraid to take that step, don't be me hiding for years. Go ahead and do it now. Now is the time to embrace the newness. It's all right. You cannot live fully and truthfully if you don't die to something. You have to. This is my time, y'all. I'll see y'all next Friday. Peace. I'm out. And I wish you guys happy, healthy healing.